What's up you guys, it's Graham here. So I think this video topic has become somewhat of an annual tradition because on March 3rd, 2017, I posted a video explaining how I was making $3,950 per month in passive income. And also, fun fact of the day, that was one of the first videos I ever posted on YouTube, and wow, did that get some crazy comments. But anyway, I digress. At that time, the $3,950 per month was broken down as follows. $3,000 a month of that is from net cash flow from 3 rental properties that I own outright. And many people in that original video lost their shit and assumed that I had inherited some money or something like that. These are properties that I ended up buying extremely cheap in late 2011, early 2012, and I fixed them up, and then I rented them out. One property, for instance, I bought for $59,500. Another property was bought for $72,000, and another property was bought for $125,000. Fixed them up, rented them out, and that was accumulation of basically 4 years worth of savings as a real estate agent to be able to do that. Next, $700 per month of that is from equity from a 4th property that I was paying down the mortgage on. That means that every month after all my expenses and everything is paid, about $700 per month of that income goes towards paying down the loan in the form of equity. Next, we had another $150 a month coming from Vanguard index funds, and finally we had a remaining $100 a month coming from an Ally Bank savings account. And that brought us to, at the time, $3,950 per month in passive income. But unfortunately, the bad thing with that video is that if you go and look for it, you're not going to find it because I ended up taking it down because it was wildly inappropriate, and I ended up swearing way too much in that video. I basically, if I were to make the same video today and post it, it would for sure get demonetized. I would for sure get in trouble for posting that video today. So for now, I'm going to be keeping that video private and just reminiscing about the good old days from when I could say whatever I wanted on YouTube without any repercussion whatsoever, because no one knew I existed. No one watched my channel, and I was lucky to get like 100 views. Before the whole YouTube adpocalypse thing happened, before YouTube started censoring content, before YouTube started deleting channels and giving copyright strikes because they didn't like what they had to say. Yeah, those were the good old days. Make sure, by the way, to smash that like button if you remember the good old days of YouTube before the adpocalypse. So anyway, fast forward into the future there, and I decided to remake that video after I bought another property and made a few other investments, and 9 months later, I was able to grow that passive income from $3,950 per month to a whopping $6,470 per month. That's about $2,500 more every single month that I was able to scale up within 9 months, broken down as follows. $4,650 of that is my net cash flow coming from 5 rental properties. That's broken down into 3 houses, a duplex, and a triplex. So some of that was with the 5th property that I purchased that bumped up the cash flow. Some of the rest was from raising rents when I had another tenant move out. I would just re-rent it at a higher price. So that's the difference between $3,000 and $4,650. Next, we have $1,600 a month in equity by paying down the mortgages. Whereas in the first year we had 1, the second year now we have 2. And then we have the same $200 a month coming from Vanguard index funds, and then at the time we had $20 a month coming from Ally Bank savings account. That was a lot less because I had used a lot of that savings to go and buy the property, so hence why it's now a lot lower. But now, as you can see, it's been over a year since I posted my last passive income video, and since then it's now a little bit outdated, so I figured, you know what? We may as well now post a 3rd video, a 3rd update on passive income. And this has been a really fun experience to be able to share and document the process with you guys firsthand. Like, you were able to see the come up from 2 years ago when I posted the first video to over a year ago when you saw the last video to now. And I've literally posted every single step along the way on my channel before I did it, when I did it, and then my experience, what I've learned by doing that. So you're able to see this all firsthand. And now let's break down a year later exactly where my passive income is today. So now in just over a year since I posted my last passive income video, I've been able to grow my passive income from $6,470 per month to now over a staggering $7,930 per month. And keep in mind that does not include any YouTube income, it does not include anything associated with YouTube, it does not include any sales I do as a real estate agent. This is strictly passive income that I have generated from investments and everything like that that has no bearing on what I do day to day. And just like my last two videos, here's now exactly how it's broken down. Approximately $4,900 per month is the net cash flow between 6 properties that's broken down into 3 houses, 2 duplexes, and a triplex. And that amount is after I paid property taxes, mortgage, insurance, expenses, everything else that's associated with rental properties. That is the amount that's left over. And when it comes to paying the mortgages on this video, like I mentioned earlier, 3 of those properties are owned outright, so they don't have mortgages. The other 2 duplexes and one of the houses have a mortgage on them, and that leads me now into the second source of passive income. When I pay down my mortgage every single month, $2,500 of that right now goes straight into equity. This means that I now own $2,500 more real estate every single month as I pay down the loan, and the loan balance gets smaller and smaller. And also every single month, that $2,500 that you see goes up by about $9 every single month as the loan balance gets smaller and more money goes into equity. That's the way these loans are situated. So every single year I should make an extra $100 per month just as I start to pay down the loans more and more. So next we have the same $200 a month from Vanguard index funds, and this is something I contributed some more money to this year as well. And this is something too where, fluctuating stock market prices will have a bit of an impact on this. Now obviously I set all the dividends to be reinvested, so that just continues growing. So for the most part this has stayed pretty much exactly the same. And finally we have about $330 a month that comes from an Ally Bank savings account that is right now paying about 2% in interest. My plan here is really just to save up as much cash as I can over the next, 6 months or a year until I figure out really what my next investment is going to be and where I'm going to be deploying my money and where I can get the highest return. So until then, I may as well just take the 2% return from Ally Bank. And by the way, Ally Bank, you better be raising this soon since rates have gone up. You better be a little bit more competitive. Otherwise, ooh, I might have to move to Robinhood. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, as you can see, that now brings our total to $7,930 per month in passive income, and that works out to be $264 every single day. Now I think it's time I address all the triggered people in the comments who get very angry and say that rental properties are not 100% passive. And yes, there's absolutely plenty of truth to that. It took me months to find the property I ended up purchasing this year. It took me a week straight of working every single day to try to get it rented out to the best tenant possible. I've spent months setting up the last deals, renovating them, doing everything to get them up and running. But so far my experience has been really over the last almost 7 years that once something is up and running, it takes me on average of about 1 hour per month to manage it. And most of that is simply keeping track of expenses and making sure all the bills are paid. So yes, it's not 100% passive as some people really get angry when I call that passive. But I mean, come on, it's such minimal work. It's an hour a month. That is pretty much as passive as it gets. But another thing I did this year is test out a property manager on one of the properties, and even though it was a bit turbulent during the first month or so as that was all getting situated, so far for the last few months, that has been one of the best decisions I have ever made. So anyway, here's what this video is getting at, and these are some of the main takeaways that I have learned over the last year that's really helped me out. The first one is just staying on course and staying consistent. Do you know how many people told me not to buy real estate this year because it was a bad investment, but instead to buy Bitcoin? It was a lot. I also had a lot of people telling me to put all of my money in gold, and sure enough, that is down so far 2.1% year to date. Instead, I stuck with what I knew best, which is finding undervalued properties with upside potential and waiting until I find the right deal, and when I find the right deal that makes sense, then I buy it. And absolutely, I expect some years I'm gonna be in the red on those investments, and some years I'm gonna be in the green. Probably I'm gonna be in more green years than red, but I don't really care about any price fluctuations because I'm not planning on selling. I'm planning to keep all of my investments really in probably for my entire life. I never wanna sell anything. So for me, any short-term fluctuations don't make any sort of difference whatsoever. I simply buy in the fundamentals, stick with it, and that is good for me. And anytime that you invest for passive income, it's very important that you have the exact same outlook. Unless the fundamentals of your investment have massively changed since you first invested, just trust the process, hold long term, and eventually you will end up just fine. unless you're investing in BitConnect, in which case you messed up. Now, the second thing that I have done that has helped massively is actually hire a property manager. On the property I ended up using the property management company on, I was able to get an extra $300 per month in rental income because I never raised the rent from the last tenant. So by the time the last tenant moved out and the new tenant moved in, rents had gone up and I made an extra $300 a month. That more than paid for the management company fee, and it took a huge burden off my shoulders from having to deal with a brand new tenant and all the little intricacies that go with having a brand new tenant move in, and honestly, it's been worth every penny so far. Now, the third thing is that I've continued to live frugally and pretty much just save and invest my money as soon as I find a good deal. Even though that $4,900 per month is coming directly from rental income, I still do my best to save as much of that as I possibly can, and then hold that money until I'm able to find something that is worth buying. And for all of you watching, none of the passive income that I make today would have at all been possible if I didn't live extremely frugally, save all of my money, research good investments, immerse myself in exactly what I was buying, and then wait and try to find the best deal possible and trust the fundamentals. If it wasn't for that, none of this would have happened. But mostly it comes down to living frugally and saving as much money as possible, because even with all the knowledge and everything, if you don't have the money to execute on some of these things, it's not going to happen. So it really makes sense. Live as frugally as you can, save as much money as you can, and then that will help dramatically. And number 4, one last thought I want to make here, and I'm totally against trying to time the markets or wait for a recession before you buy something, but just keep this in mind. If prices do end up going down, this is a good thing. I made my best investments in 2011 and 2012 when everything was shit. When people were telling me not to invest my money because prices were going to get even worse. When we were basically in the depths of economic hell and things looked terrible. Guess what? I mean, that was like the best time to invest. And thank God I didn't listen to any of their garbage advice not to invest and just to buy gold. Because if I literally bought gold in 2011, 2012, it has only gone down since then. Instead, I just bought long term. I bought when it made sense. I bought the right deal and I just held, and then I started saving for the next one. And when you're focusing on building up your passive income empire, just really start small. Focus on your first dollar and continue growing that into something huge. Don't get overwhelmed when you see big numbers. What you're seeing in this video is really the accumulation of over 10 years of basically a decade's worth of saving, work, living frugally, immersing myself in my career to be able to make these numbers happen. An entire decade. So again, you might see $7,930 a month, and that is impressive, but that is still 10 years worth of work that went in behind that just to make that possible. And obviously none of that can happen overnight, but it can absolutely happen over a decade of diligent saving, investing, living frugally, investing in the fundamentals, and holding long term. And as many of you guys know, I'm the type that really likes to lead by example. If I see someone else doing something and it looks like it's working, I go and try it for myself, and if it works for me, then I go and make YouTube videos on it so you guys can basically replicate the same process, and hopefully it'll work for you guys as well. So definitely now go and do something similar. And again, let me break it down really quick. This entire video is summed up right now. This is it. Live frugally, save as much money as you can, reinvest in assets that pay you monthly. This might include dividend stocks, index funds, real estate, any sort of business, anything like this that can pay you every single month. These are great investments to make. And then slowly build this up, and if you want it to compound even faster, then take all the money that you're making from that monthly, compound it, save it up, and then reinvest back into buying even more so it grows even faster. And that's pretty much what I ended up doing. So as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoy videos like this, make sure to smash that like button. Also make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I post 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you want to be a part of that, make sure to subscribe. Also feel free to add me on Instagram. My posts are pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.